Welcome or welcome back to Fix My AG Doll. My name is Sarah, and today we're doing my May updates. And I'm happy to say that I got quite a few things off of my collection goals. A lot of this video is going to be retired items that have been on my list, but at the end, I also show the new outfits that American Girl released from Mary Ellen, Melodies, and Aenea's collections. And I'll post some videos and pictures of other dolls wearing those outfits and let you know what I think about them. So let's go ahead and dive in. So in terms of the more doable outfits, I was able to add one of these to my collection, which I was very excited about. I added Josephina's serape and hat into my collection. This is an item that I've been wanting for about a year now, and if you hunt down items for Josefina's collection, you may know that this item tends to be around like the 80 to unfortunately like $100 range. So silly, but yeah, I was able to secure it at a local doll resale shop. And yeah, it was like for a very good deal. And I was very, very excited about it. I had never had this item in my collection before. So when I went there, first I checked online to, just see what they had. And when they had this, I was like, oh, heck yeah, I have to go and like check it out. And, with it being like a lower price, I was like, is there something wrong with it? But no, I was very surprised at like how sturdy it is. It's very high quality. I didn't see anything wrong with it, but yeah, it's really, really well made. It's a really, really cool item. And I would love for American Girl to re-release this incredible outfit piece for Josefina's collection. I was hoping to be able to get her riding boots as well because I am featuring her in my collection in the month of May, but unfortunately, I feel like the price of those boots have gone up and yeah, wasn't able to find a good deal on that, but maybe next time, we'll see. I didn't get any pajamas this time around, um, but I do have my eyes on a couple of these pajamas, so maybe next month. For how hard to find outfits, I do have an update. I'm so excited. I found an amazing deal for Emily's recital outfit. Oh my God, I could not believe it. Like, when I tell you, I was like half convinced that it was fake. Like, I truly didn't think it was real until it actually came up to my door. I got it for like 30 bucks, which is like unheard of. There is like some staining on the back of the dress, but it's on the back of the dress, like a little bit on the collar and a little bit on like the satin bow, and I truly like do not care. It had the clips, the hair clips, and the shoes. That's all I wanted. I wanted the complete outfit. Oh my gosh, this outfit is so adorable. I've been dreaming about having this outfit for so long. I remember wanting this outfit so bad as a kid, and I can't believe I have it now. It's such a gorgeous color. I love these kind of like satiny fun dresses. I love the shape of the garment. I'm a sucker for a poofy sleeve, and of course this has a poofy sleeve. I love all the little trim. The little barrettes are so cute. Yeah, I'm just so excited to have this, and yeah, I'm trying to score Emily's pajamas, and once I get her pajamas, I will have all of her outfits. So exciting. Yeah, I kind of had this goal, like, or I guess obviously I have all my goals here, but like a major goal that I didn't know whether it was going to be able to happen or not is completing all of the outfits for all of the best friend dolls. And I'm very, very close. The one that is really tricky is Ivy because that frickin' romper goes for so much money. Oh, it kills me because it's just like a little terry cloth piece of fabric. Like, ah. So yeah, I don't know. I'm like so close to being done with collecting for the best friend dolls that I'm like, maybe I will just shell out. But that's so like I don't like to pay full like the, going rate for things online. I know that's just like a thing that I need to get over, but I always try to get a good deal. I live like, maybe it doesn't seem like it because of all these videos, but I live pretty frugally and I'm like very proud of getting really good deals on things. So yeah, I may, but I may not. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It would just be so great to like be like, yeah, 2025 was the year that I finished getting all of the outfits for the best friend dolls. Eee. Yeah, 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 yep. Yeah, and soon you'll see a video on my channel that's highlighting my Ruthie collection. I will say I'm missing like a few accessories here and there, like a hat or like a barrette or something, but uh, honestly, like I'm fine with that. I'm like it's not the end of the world. Yeah. I'm more about like the overall kind of vibes of the outfits. So, yeah, so excited about that and we'll see. Hopefully I'll be able to get at least like a couple more of these outfits on my list. I would love it if they re-release that Addie outfit. Like please, 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 please re-release that Addie outfit. Okay, moving on. In terms of this, so I was able to get Caroline's nightgown. Caroline's nightgown is so cute. I mean, it's, a standard, I mean, mostly standard, like nightgown from that era. It's just kind of pretty simple, but with this, um, you know, pretty pattern on the front and then her little slippers. I think the one weird thing about this is I don't love that there's like an asymmetrical component with just the one bow on one part of the dress, but not on the other, but that's okay. Like overall, I mean, I don't think there's too much to harp on in terms of like nightgowns. They're pretty simple, pretty standard. Yeah, I like this and I'm very close to like completing all of Caroline's outfits as well. So yeah, very, very exciting. I'll be showcasing that one in a couple months. Also, next month in June, I'll be going to the American Girl doll store in DC, where I will hopefully be picking up an Isabel doll. I think she is on back order, but I think she's supposed to be restocked soon. Ugh, I guess I haven't checked the website in a little bit, but I think she was on back order for a while. If she's not there, I'm gonna be devastated. Honestly, I'm gonna be devastated because I'm like really hyping myself up, like to pick out an Isabel doll. If they don't have an Isabel, I will either get Nikki or Courtney. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm going to be going to the store for my birthday, the one in Chicago for my birthday in September. So like if they don't have Isabel now, I can get her for my birthday and it's like fine. It'll work out, but I really, really hope to get her next month because I think she was one of the most beautiful dolls American Girl has ever made, and I don't normally gravitate towards like the blonde light-eyed dolls, but the Felicity green eyes are my favorite eyes that American Girl makes. So, yeah, I'm just a sucker for her and I love her aesthetic. Even though that's not how I dress, I just think that she's a very well put together doll. And I do wear platforms like almost every single day, so I vibe with the platform look. I did not get any dolls yet, or I shouldn't say yet, but this month. I would love for AG to re-release some of the dolls, like especially Kirsten's and Addie's, please and thank you. Lunch sets. I got a couple of these, y'all. I was so excited. So let's start off with the Rebecca one. I got this at the same shop that I got the serape and hat from Josephina's collection. Basically, I went in and I was like, okay, this is my budget. Let me see what they have that's from my list of things that I'm looking for that's within my budget. And they happen to have this one, and it was like a tiny bit cheaper than like what it goes for online, but you don't have to I don't have to pay shipping when I'm like in person. So I factored that in and I've been looking for this for a while and I think that this is an item that is a little bit tougher to find. I think it's just because, with the timing of when Rebecca came out, I feel like people are just starting to like offload those collections and like selling them on like, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace and whatnot. So there's just not a ton of them out right now. But yeah, it is missing the little grand old flag and like QP menu or whatever that is, which is fine. I'm not gonna cry over that. But I really just cared about having like the box with the napkin and then the food pieces, and yeah, having the little like flag and pencil and the bag, like this knapsack or whatever you'd call that for her school supplies was a great addition as well. I was pleasantly surprised that those were in there. And it did have like a little mini Rebecca book, which I just thought was funny. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep that in there. Yeah, overall, I think it's a pretty well made lunch set and looks tasty. I love a good pickle and bagel, so Rebecca's having a good lunch. And then I also got Kit's lunch set. And so the version that I ended up getting is older than the version I have pictured. So the version I have pictured is the one that was like for Kit's anniversary, like her birthday, like a few years ago, so that when they re-released a bunch of her outfits. I think I have, it's either a first edition or very short after because the pamphlet that's there is like 2000, so yeah, it might be a really early edition. I mean, I know it's an earlier edition because it has the oatmeal cookie rather like in that kind of blob shape rather than the nice circular one that had like the re-released version, and later versions had, and it has like the whole apple that is then cut in half rather than apple slices. And you have the half sandwich and singular carrot. So it's slightly different than the newer versions. But, those are like tiny little details. I wasn't particularly like seeking out the older version. It just happened to be one that I found for really cheap online. Yeah, I paid $4 for this, y'all. Like, when I say like I look for good deals, like I am not kidding. I look for good deals. So yeah, I love the tin. I think the tin is very reminiscent of like tins from other dolls collections as well, like especially like Claudie's tin, which makes sense, right? Like they're very close in time. But yeah, I think it's a really nice addition. I love that there's different like public transport elements there. And yeah, I don't think Kit's lunch is the best out of them. Like, I mean, in terms of like, does it drive my appetite? No. Like, the thought of eating like a dry singular carrot and like washing it down with like this lumpy um oatmeal cookie and half of a cheese only sandwich, like, not very appealing to me compared to like, I mean, Rebecca has like pickles and bagels with a bagel with cheese. Like, yum. Love that. Yeah. I mean, it was the Great Depression. She was living large, I guess, in comparison to her peers. Anyways, let's move on. I still have not gotten any of the official school bags, but you can see I have Nenea's hula implements as one of the things up here because she never really got like a school kit. And I got that. So yeah, I was very excited. I got that as part of my order when I got all of the like new re-released outfits to hit my shipping minimum. And yeah, I was really impressed by the quality of this set. Like genuinely, I was expecting it to just like be kind of mid, and I want this to like help like dress up for the different like hula sets and scenes, obviously. But yeah, it's really nice. The bag is really nice straw. It's really well constructed. There weren't any pieces like loose or sticking out. The ukulele actually plays a couple of songs. I was like, not expecting that. I was not expecting that. I probably should like read the info because I remember being like, wow, that's a little bit expensive for all this plastic. But now I'm like, oh, it plays multiple songs. Of course, it's going to cost a little bit more money. And yeah, so it comes with a battery in there, plays a couple of songs. I don't want to get like copyright struck, so I'm not gonna play them. But just know that they're really good songs. Maybe there's other videos that do play it. And then you can like actually, play the strings and it makes like a really lovely sound. And then you have a couple of sheets of music and then all of the different implements that have little slots for you to be able to stick that on the doll's fingers. So these like different like sticks and then the rocks. Yeah, I'm just very impressed with all of this. I have to say I was really shook when I opened it up. And it's also a lot bigger than I thought it was gonna be. Like the bag is like probably the size of like the whole like cloth body torso of the an American Girl doll. I really thought it was gonna be a lot smaller. And I've seen them in person in the American Girl store, and I guess I just never like registered how big it was. Well, if you've been to an American Girl doll store, you know how like overwhelming it is. So yeah, I'm not surprised, I guess, that I didn't remember that. But yeah, I was just very pleasantly surprised and happy about that. So yeah, that's that. And then in terms of other May additions, I got a bunch of like random stuff, but let's start with the top part. So that's the other things that I bought, which of course are the newly released items. I didn't get any of the historical re-releases because I already have all of those outfits and I have those books as well. So I I mean, I guess this is a testament to like how well they are doing at like or how good they're doing at the reproductions. Like I don't feel like I need it because they're so similar, to the old ones. So I'm like, I don't need it. I wish that they would make new concepts for these dolls or release like harder to find outfits. Because like, I mean, like Kirsten's Learns a Lesson dress is not that hard to find. Samantha's birthday dress is like, you can easily find that outfit for like 15, $20 online. I'm kind of salty that that was re-released, honestly. And then, yeah, Addie's dress, I guess, is the only one, her school outfit, I should say, is the only one that is like kind of a heftier price on the secondhand market. So I know a lot of people were excited about that. I'm happy that they're paying attention to their historical line, but it's just odd to me what they're choosing to prioritize. Because if it were me, if I were making the decisions, I would have re-released the St. Lucia outfit for Kirsten as a you can buy this outfit instead of having to buy a doll to go with it. No tea, no shade, I guess, except extreme shade. And then for Addie, I would be re-releasing like her summer outfit, which is so expensive on the secondhand market and harder to find. The lessons outfit, yeah, again, already said, like that one is harder to find. And then her winter outfit is often like missing like the pieces, like the knee warmers and the gloves and things like that. Um, so yeah, I just feel like they could do more. And maybe they are going to re-release all six outfits. They better at this point because imagine if you bought all of the like everything that they're re-releasing and now you're like, okay, so now I have half the books. I have the Meet book, I have the Learns the Lessons book, and I have the birthday book. Where's everything else? Maybe from here on out they'll start going in order, so maybe they will release like Christmas outfits or the holiday outfits, I should say. So this, with the surprise books, and then maybe next summer they'll do the summer outfits, and then next winter like the changes outfits. But I don't know what they're cooking up back there. Anyways, that was such a long tangent. Let's talk about these outfits. I'm very happy with these outfits. I was truly in awe when I saw the stock photos of these outfits and people's pictures from, I think it was a Berry event, of people posting, that they um, found these outfits there and that they were new and seemed high quality. I was not disappointed when they came in. They really are wonderful outfits. Let's start with Mary Ellen. So Mary Ellen has, like the two-piece set. So there's a romper piece and then a skirt on top of it with a bow, always with the bows. Quite honestly, I wish that they hadn't done the bow. I think that her meat outfit bow, that like light blue bow, would actually look really cute with this and just like it's a nice pop of, a different color. And then maybe instead they could have like given her, I don't know, like maybe a little tote or some sort of like bracelet accessories or a cardigan or something else, maybe little, I don't know, cute socks. I just feel like we have so many bows for Mary Ellen, and I know that was a thing in the 50s. I'm aware, but I just feel like it's bow overload and it's the same bow every time. And so I'm like, why are we getting the same bow every time, just in different like slightly different colors? It's like very, very minor variations. If they were gonna do like a bow with this, like how cute would it have been if it were like a pretty big ribbon and then there were like little lemons like motifs on there as well. Or making it out of like a different fabric or tying it in a different way. It's just like annoying getting the same thing over and over. But overall, it's a really cute outfit. I think it's a fun, playful piece that also can be modernized like pretty well. I know that some people are like, these shoes are weird. I don't think they're weird. I think that they look totally fine on the doll's feet. I think they maybe look weirder online and in the stock pictures than they do in real life. But yeah, this is like exactly the kind of pair of shoes that I said a while ago now in like one of my previous videos about how I want Mary Ellen to have a best friend doll. This was like the kind of shoe I was talking about that I wish that they had released for Mary Ellen, like a nice canvas tennis shoe looking shoe, because those were so prevalent in the 1950s. And here we have it. So yay! Love that for Mary Ellen. The salon outfit for Melody is definitely my favorite outfit out of these three. And I'm not a big pink girly, so that's like a big deal. This turtleneck is absolutely incredible. I love anything that's even remotely resembling plaid. I love this square pattern with the blues and the oranges and the pinks. I mean, it screams 60s. I am obsessed with this. This is exactly what I had been saying for a while now, of like an outfit that I want for Melody, because it gets cold in Detroit. And like, why before this did she only have one other like long sleeve shirt? Like, she was cold. She was cold in those Detroit winters. And now she can finally be warm and cozy. And it is so warm and cozy. It's really well made. It's a nice thick sweater. I love this like cowl neck on it. I love the fact that we have pants for her because, you know, like these kind of like skinny jeans and colorful pants were super popular in the 1960s. And I think this is really well suited to Melody and her character. And yeah, the shoes are really cute and very different from other shoes that we've had before. They really stand out. And I think the headband is a really nice piece as well. I love when we get kind of more variations in the hair accessories department because I feel like they normally default to like a hair bow and I'm like, oh my God, I can't handle another hair bow. Like, give me some variety, please. But this headband, it is very like sturdy. Like it kind of feels like you're gonna break it when you're putting it on a doll, but you're not. It's gonna be fine. Yeah, it looks really, really good. Love the way the colors all come together. And even though it's pink and it's, you know, mostly pink, I think the pink is done in a tasteful way where it's not like hitting you over the head. There's still like other elements to it that help make it feel like cohesive and interesting and not just like, here's some pink slop for you. So, yeah, props to my girl Melody and props to American Girl for finally expanding upon Melody's collection. Let's keep it going. And then with Nanea, so this is her volunteer outfit. It's a very, very cute outfit. I love the suspender look. I love that there's this little tie and the shirt is very cute. It's all very well made. I struggled really hard putting on this skirt and suspender set. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I took it on and off my Nelly doll like 6 times before I figured out how it's supposed to go on, but that might be just a me problem. But yeah, I love the print. I also really appreciate that, you know, it's clear that there's this like floral element and probably a print that would have been, you know, popular and appropriate to Hawaii in the 1940s, but it's not like hitting you over the head with the fact that she's from Hawaii, where I feel like a lot of her collection is just, hey, my personality is beach. We finally gave her another personality trait, which is volunteering. And I will say, too, I was very impressed because this is actually a really big part of her story. If you haven't read her books, she spends a lot of time learning how to do first aid, and there's like this whole system after Pearl Harbor happens to try and like educate as much of the island, especially women and young girls, on first aid practices, and her and her friends help train even younger children on very basic first aid type things. So I thought that was a wonderful tie-in to something that they hadn't actually explored yet in their story, or sorry, in the collection that is part of the story. So yeah, I was very impressed by that. And these items too, so I got, the accessories that go with it. Wow, I was genuinely also like very much blown away and impressed by these. There's a lot of different components that come to it. I do think the price is a little bit high. I don't know how much the tariffs like influence that price. Um, it could have been because I imagine, they probably could have sold this for a little bit less money. But, here we are. So I do think that overall it is a very, well thought out set. I love that we finally have like another bag for Nanea because before this, I mean, we have the one like from her hula implements, but that's like for, more of like an activity. And again, it's really big. But now we have this other bag that's more neutral, this leather sack, that one is really easy to like modernize and wear in other outfits, but two is easier to match to other outfits that Nanea has because again, it's like a neutral and it doesn't necessarily just have to be for these like, medical objects. It looks like it could be just like an everyday tote as well. So I love that we have that addition and choice in how we can style it. But yeah, there's a lot of different components in this. The bandages have like a Velcro on them, so you can like, pretend to use them and then uh, put them back away. And there's like that little tin that you can put in the bandages in, and the flashlight actually works. The flashlight, I was shook. I was shook. It actually works. And it's very different than like flashlights that we have now, right? Although I guess most people just use the flashlight on their phone anyways these days. But like, I mean, honestly, like coming from the lens of someone living in 2025, I had to like look at that and be like, I don't know what that is. Like, I had to really think about what this could be and then realize like it's a flashlight because it's so different in terms of the shape. So that was really cool. And then the first aid booklet does have like some information on how to, use these different objects. So yeah, overall a very, very cute set. I'm very happy with it. As a kid, I would have loved this. I would have loved playing with this because oftentimes my dolls would be going off to war or, going through natural disasters or some other like trauma. I don't know why. Always the most dramatic plot points for my dolls. There was always like divorce, cheating, scandal, trials, war, like all these things going on. I think my parents watched a lot of like historical like period pieces and soap operas, like Spanish soap operas and Brazilian soap operas and stuff like that, and Turkish ones, and they're all like so over the top, like dramatic. So maybe I absorbed a little bit of that into my play. But yeah, so overall, very, very happy with the re-releases. Keep it coming. I would love, oh my gosh, fingers crossed, I'm just putting this out into the world because I would love for this to happen in the second half of the year, especially around the holiday season, if they released Courtney, Nikki, and Isabel holiday outfits. Please, none of those dollies have holiday outfits, and I would love that. That would be a great gift to me. Anyways, moving on to the other couple pieces I picked up. So this is Grace. Grace is Kit's dog from Happy Birthday Kit, and she came with the tin. Yep, I got like the tin, like the school set plus Grace with her hat for like $4. So, yep, I love a good deal. So eventually, I think probably next year, I will have the official goal of like collecting as many of the historicals pets as I can. But right now, it's kind of more like, oh, it happened. Great. I'm not going to turn that away, especially for such a good deal. So yeah, I have Grace. She's really cute. I love that she came with her little hat. I highly recommend like looking up if you have never looked at it, like Kit's whole birthday set. Oh, that's one of the birthday sets that I really, really want. Like the table, the chairs, little treats on there, and now I have Grace with her birthday hat, and I just love it. It's such an iconic image from the catalogs that's just ingrained in my memory from when I was a kid. So I was very, very happy to have that. And finally, I went to a flea market in the Bay Area, and I found a booth that had some American Girl items. Actually, there were a few booths that had some American Girl items, but most of them, they were selling like Truly Me dolls and Truly Me outfits, or some girls of the year who didn't even have like their meat outfits. They're in like random, either like off-brand or Truly Me outfits. And so yeah, there was just like nothing for me there, but this one booth that I found had several like historical bundle sets, I guess you could call them. It's basically like these like Ziploc plastic storage containers, whatever you call these. And they were almost like blind boxes where like you couldn't actually like see what's in them, which was like frustrating. And I asked like, can you open them? Like I want to see. And it's like, no, but it was like a flat price for each of them. And these shoes were at the top, and the whole box was like $30, and I could see a couple of the other things in there, and I'm like, well, I know I can like sell some of these other things, and like I'm honestly gonna end up making my money back. But yeah, I wish I could have just like mixed and matched from other things. I don't understand why they like don't let you do that. But anyways, rant aside, I've been looking for these shoes for so long because they cost so much money. And I have the tunic outfit, but I really, really wanted these shoes. Again, love a platform moment. I wear platforms myself, and I love when my dolls can wear platform shoes to match me. And these like yellow clog platforms just are just everything that I love about the 70s. So I'm very excited to have these, and yeah, I'm excited to also just like put together random outfits with these shoes too, because I think they have a lot of fun potential in them. They just had some like glitter stuff on the sides that I had to clean off, but other than that, they're good to go. So I was very excited about them. And yeah, that's everything that I got this May. It was a very productive collecting month, and right now I'm kind of like forcing myself to not bid too much on eBay or buying things on Mercari and stuff, because I am anticipating, like I said, buying a new doll next month, hopefully. Fingers crossed. If you're interested in seeing like some pictures and footage from the DC store, let me know, and I'm happy to do that and post that in my June collection update video. Yeah, and I feel like that's everything. Let me know what you were able to get this month. Sending you all the good vibes. Hope you are able to take advantage of yard sales and garage sales that are happening. And yeah, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.